Salva Kiir mayadi din bakato. And number two, Bol Mel.
Well, as it is said in South Sudan, Salva Kiir gives and Salva Kiir takes. Well, the Crown Prince, who was deemed as a successor to President Salva Kiir, Vice President Bol Mel, has been fired by Salva Kiir through a decree. Well, that is the story that I'm going to tell you in this video. What exactly transpired that led to the firing of this powerful vice president, perhaps the most powerful political figure in South Sudan recently, just after the president Salva Kiir? Well, this is Bonafide. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe and hit the notification button so that when I release something new on South Sudan, you get notified as soon as possible. Benjamin Bol Mel has not only been removed as the vice president in South Sudan, he has also been demoted militarily from being a general to a private, and he has also been removed as a top leader in the governing party of South Sudan, that is SPLM. Well, this came from a decree that was released by President Salva Kiir that read that pursuant to the provisions of Article 101D of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 as amended, I, Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, do hereby relieve His Excellency Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel from his position as the Vice President in charge of Economic Cluster. Now, this came as a shocker to many because we all knew that Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel was not only the Vice President of the Economic Cluster, he was deemed as the Crown Prince that will take over after President Salva Kiir. But right now, the Vice President is without any portfolio. He has been reduced from being a general to being a private. He has also been demoted from the party, and he is no longer an official of the government. But how did Benjamin Bol Mel rise so fast in power to become one of the most powerful political figures in South Sudan? The businessman who turned to a power broker began as a wealthy businessman close to President Salva Kiir, running major construction and oil-linked companies. His political entry could be dated to early 2025, where President Salva Kiir appointed him as the vice president and later first deputy chair of the SPLM party, signaling growing trust and influence of Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel. Within months, Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel became one of South Sudan's most powerful figures, controlling key economic and political networks and being seen as a potential successor to President Kiir. Just the other day, President Salva Kiir groomed Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel, giving him more leadership, giving him more power in the military, and also being part of the National Security Service. But one will ask, why did President Salva Kiir take this measure to remove Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel as the vice president? And this now points us to the allegations of corruptions that Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel has been facing for quite some time, because Bol Mel has been under U.S. sanctions since 2017 for alleged corruption involving his business firms. Some reports cite internal disputes over missing oil and revenue funds and economic mismanagement and suggest that he may have a liability in that context. Despite the presidential decree not really giving out the real reasons as to why the vice president was relieved of his duties, it is important to note that corruption played a major role in Bol Mel's undoing in this particular administration. And it is not only the relieving of duty, because information that we are getting right now is also that Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel is under house arrest. And this is not only Benjamin Bol Mel, because there are other people who are part of the circle of Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel. We're talking about the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Petroleum, Engineer Deng Lual Wol, who has also been arrested. There is a purge of the entire circle around Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel. That is the report that is coming from South Sudan currently. I will keep informing you of the latest of what will come out after the house arrest of Dr. Benjamin Bol Mel as well as the cessation of duties of the vice president and other people who have also been arrested by the current regime of South Sudan. Keep it bona fide.